Hello and welcome to Liam's Kitchen. So, I'm on vacation in Montreal right now with Craig, and it's Saturday night. I really didn't feel like going out to a restaurant tonight. So what I decided to do is I decided to make dinner in our hotel room. Now mind you, we're in a room that's equipped with a full kitchen, as you can see. And I'm going to make the most of this kitchen, and I'm actually going to turn out a baked pasta here. So, let's get started. It's going to be really good. So in this pot right here, I have some onions that I've chopped up, and some garlic. So about a small to a medium onion and 2 cloves of garlic, which we're just sauteing in some butter, with some salt and a little tiny bit of pepper. Okay, and it's been sauteing for maybe about 5 minutes. So our next step, what we're going to do, is I'm going to take a bottle of this tomato passata, which is essentially a strained tomatoes. We're just going to add that in there. The whole thing. Okay. Now, we're going to let this cook down for, I would say, about 10 minutes. Basically, we want to cook this slightly, but not all the way. And we just need enough sauce to cover our cannelloni, or manicotti, whatever you want to call it. Enough so that it will bake in here, which is actually as you can see, it's a combination convection and microwave. But we're not going to use the microwave portion. We will use the convection when we are baking this. It actually works quite well. So we will be back in a little bit once we get to our next step with the sauce. So our sauce has been simmering for about 10 minutes or so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of salt, just because I have to balance this out just a bit. Okay. That smells delicious. And what we're going to add, I'm going to add some sugar to this, just because I like a bit of sweetness in my tomato sauce. I know some of you people will absolutely freak when you see this, but I do like to add a little bit of sugar. This is about 2 tablespoons. And we're going to stir that in. And that's good. Just balances it out. And what we're also going to add to this is I'm going to add some cream. Oh, here it is. I'm going to add 1 cup of whipping cream to this to make it a rosé sauce. I really like a baked pasta with rosé sauce. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're just going to stir this up. I'm going to take it off the heat. I really don't want to reduce this too much because, as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to bake this, and it does require some liquid in order to bake properly. So we're just going to leave that as is. Okay, let's just check for seasoning. I think it needs a bit of salt. Okay, just a little bit. All right. So now what we have to do is we have to assemble our pasta tubes. So basically, just buy an oven-ready one. It works fine. Also at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat our oven here. So what you do is you put convection bake, and you put this up to, what does the package say in this case? I think it was 375, 350 actually. So let's put it at 350 degrees, and then push start. So now what this is going to do is this is going to preheat to the appropriate temperature, and when it's ready it will let us know. So in the meantime, I'm going to get the pasta tubes ready. We're going to be baking them in these dishes right here, which are oven safe. They're made of porcelain. So what we do is we take our cheese. I'm using a blend of mozzarella, provolone, and parmesan. This is the perfect opportunity to use a blend like this. And what you do, you take a bowl. As you can see, I'm really not a big fan of ricotta, so this is a good alternative for those who don't particularly like ricotta. You take your tube and you just stuff it with the cheese. Okay? You push it all the way down very gently. And just make sure you have that bottom part of the tube right on the end so that nothing gets out the bottom when you push it down. Okay, and then simply, as you can see, just like that. You want to stuff it. Place that in your dish. Okay? And repeat that 12 times. I'm going to do that. I'll see you back in a little bit once I'm done. Okay, so I've stuffed all of my manicotti with cheese. So now it's time to plate our dish before it goes in the oven, which is actually ready now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a ladle, a soup ladle like this. We're going to ladle a bit of sauce into the bottom of our casserole dishes. So spread it out sort of like that. Okay. You want to do that in all of them. Take one full ladle, put it in each of these dishes. So just even it out. Maybe just a little more in this one. Alright. So then you're going to take 4 per person. This is what these dishes will fit. 4 of these tubes per person. Okay. Alright, so like that, as you can see. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of cheese on the top. So any cheese that's fallen off the side, that's the perfect time to use it is in this. So, sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top, just a touch. So I actually want to layer this. We're going to put even more cheese on this after. But we're just layering it right now. Alright. And now what we're going to do is we're going to ladle a bit more sauce on there. I would say about another ladle each, give or take. You need to completely cover each one of those with sauce. Make sure that this bakes thoroughly. Now as you may have noticed, the sauce is quite runny. That is the way it needs to be because otherwise it won't bake properly. Okay. That's nice and covered. Good. Last one. And now, if that was not enough cheese, I have a little something extra here. These are little bocconcini or mozzarella pearls. I really quite like these. Really good. So we're gonna put maybe 6 of these on each one. That's just our microwave reminding us that it's ready. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover all of our dishes in foil. So take about 1 sheet of foil, maybe this big. Shove that over there and cover it. Cover this completely. And you need to seal it quite tight because the steam is going to cook the pasta. Okay. Like that. Fine. And my foil's over here. Another sheet like that. And maybe put it halfway. Cover it. Tuck it underneath. Seal it up. Especially around the edges, you need to seal that up. It doesn't have to be perfect. It never is when I'm doing it anyway. Just make sure it has a fairly flat surface on the bottom. Last one. Make sure that's nice and even. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bake these in the 350-degree oven. This package in particular calls for approximately 45 minutes of cooking, so that's what we will do. So, quite simple with this. You simply shove it in. You're going to put 2 there, 1 on the top. So, we will see you in a little bit once this is done. Alright, so I've taken the casserole dishes out of the oven and we're just going to let them sit for a little while. It took about 40 minutes to bake, a little less time than the package said, and I've just taken them out. We're just going to let them sit for a while. So I cranked up the heat on this, and now what we're going to do, just as soon as this is ready, we're going to put some nice bread, naan bread in the oven, just to heat it up a little bit. And I think that would be the perfect accompaniment to this dish. So we'll see you in a little bit once we've got the table setting done. Alright, so it's dinner time. Now, to serve, you just serve it right in the casserole. And what you gotta do is you just have to, yes, I will do the honors. You just simply have to unwrap it. This plate you're not going to need because, unfortunately, it just won't stay even.
No worries.
Now, you just have to be careful because this is very, very hot.
Well, I'm letting you do it.
Yeah. Okay, so you just have to very carefully unwrap this.
Oh, that looks so good.
There you go. Just throw the foil out. Very, very simple. So, have a taste.
Did good, dear. Alright, let's give this a try.
Might create a bit of mess. I know the plates are a little thin, but...
Good food is sloppy.
Mmm.
And this is good food.
It really is.
That's good.
Do you imagine we're on vacation and we're cooking?
Only in your kitchen. Only in your kitchen. Oh,
And don't forget the bread.
amazing.
I got some naan bread. It's absolutely fantastic too. It goes really well with this. Have some.
That sweet taste is good.
Well, the reason I make it a bit sweet is because I like to have it balanced. So I find a lot of pasta sauces are way too sour.
Let's give it a try. I mean, I grew up with an Italian mother and grandmother, so I'm not really used to pasta tasting sweet, but it's a nice little turn to it.
Exactly.
I enjoy it.
Aw, thank you. So,
You did good, honey.
thank you.
The
So,
cook.
yeah, I know.
Well,
I don't have any
to the
drink in there
cook.
yet. Anyway, thank you for coming into my kitchen. Bye.